This video is brought to you by ProBoxingSupplies.com, where you can receive 25% off your purchase now, and PowerPerformanceProducts.com, where you can receive $10 off your purchase of Body Storm and Body Effects.
You know, we see a Junior, obviously when he's winning all the time, he's all smiles. Out here in front of us, he's pretty positive. But behind the scenes, he's the same type of
Junior?
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's an easy guy to deal with. He's, I've never had a problem with Junior Dos Santos ever, which is very rare. Because no matter how good the guy is, there's always going to be some type of issue. Never with him.
What are your thoughts as far as like brought about Junior and Cain maybe at a stadium?
It's interesting. No, it's interesting. Yeah, it could happen. It'd be a big fight.
What's next for Stephen Struve?
I don't know.
Like his own enigma.
Yeah, I like the kid. He's a finisher, man. That guy goes in and kill or be killed. He's a tough guy. But I don't know. The whole who's next, I don't know.
You expect him to be a belt holder at some point in his career? He's still young.
He's a young guy. You know, we'll see what happens. The more you fight, the better you get. The more experience you get. Who knows?
Speaking of that, did you expect the Bigfoot Cain fight to go as bad as it did? I mean, one-sided as much as
that was the bloodiest. Oh, we didn't talk about that tonight. Is it just me, or was that the worst stoppage ever, man?
Too late? Yeah.
Way too late. Horrible. Horrible. That guy got hit with, first of all, he had blood in his eyes, nose, and throat. He couldn't see or breathe, and he's getting smashed over and over and over. Come on, man. That was as bad as bad can be. Rosenthal blew that stoppage bad. I hate that shit.
Showed a lot of heart, Bigfoot did.
He sure does, man. He did. I was just talking to him back there, and you should have saw him. He's like, I'm so sorry. He's like all amped up like he's going to fight tonight, after the fight, you know? Yeah, that was a cut. It was unfortunate. And that was the nastiest cut I've ever seen. That thing was squirting like 2 feet.
Wayne's was pretty bad, too.
Yeah, it wasn't a squirter like that one was, though. I mean, that thing was like spraying.
It was like horror movie blood.
Yeah, I wanted Cain to keep him in the center.
Stay
in the center there, man. Do not move him toward the side.
What would happen if something like that happened on the wrong show? I mean, just, you know.
That thing probably would have went to black, okay? We would have went right to black. I don't know. Yeah, that would be one that you would not want to have on Fox primetime. You know? But what are you going to do? This is a sport. Those things happen. Cuts happen, and that one was that was a bad cut.
Rory was here today. He hinted at having a very big fight in Toronto. He called it a legacy fight. Is there anything...
Who said that?
Rory McDonald?
I have no idea. It's news to me.
Hey Dana, what's the? I'm sorry, you're going.
No, I'm done.
What was the specific thought process behind getting Jamie Varner? I mean, I know you said he's a former champion, you have a lot of respect for him, but what does a guy have to do to specifically get called back up by you? And why? Yeah,
Joe Silva was working hard on getting Varner back into the UFC. There was some stuff that was going on. He was telling me about tonight that I didn't even know, and they got it worked out. And you know, the kid has won and earned his shot back into the UFC, and he definitely got it tonight.
And do you specifically think that you needed more guys in the mix at 155? Is that part of it?
No, I just think that, you know, if a guy deserves to be in the UFC and he's on a however many fight streak or whatever it was, Joe Silva is the best matchmaker in the business, you know? I rarely argue with the dude because you can't fucking win an argument with him anyway, but I rarely argue with the guy when he says he wants to do something.
And could you comment just on Glover Teixeira, the same type of thing where this is a guy that sounds like you wanted for a long time and, you know, finally realized?
Yeah, no, yeah. People have been buzzing about him for a long time. I've been here. Chuck Liddell's been all over me about this guy forever. And he had all kinds of visa issues and finally got it all cleared up. He looked awesome tonight. Because Kingsbury is another one of those tough, durable guys that, you know, every time you know Kingsbury's fighting, it's going to be a 3-round tough fight. And it's going to go here. He's like a Volkmann, you know, like the win for Sass tonight. Except I actually think Volkmann's very, very good. That kid's very talented. You know, and a lot of people don't like him because they call him boring, and he's boring. He's damn good, you know? He's like a Fitch type guy.
Dan, Volkmann said last week that his manager told him that if he lost, because he thinks the UFC doesn't like him, that if he lost tonight, he would get fired.
Yeah, I hate him so much that I've been talking about how awesome he is.
I just want to confirm that that's not true, because he thinks that he would have gotten fired.
Everybody thinks I hate him and I want him to lose. All the guys do, yeah.
So he's He's not.
And if any little thing you say or you do, he hates me and he wants me to lose.
He's not going to.
No, I don't. I shouldn't say I don't hate anybody, but you know, we don't hate most of the guys that fight here, and whether they win or lose is up to them. You know, and if a guy like Dan Hardy can go on a 5-fight losing streak, and we keep Dan Hardy around, a kid who's as talented as Volkmann loses one fight against a guy who's as talented as Sass, I don't see him getting cut. No.
Elkins was a pretty big underdog today. Brandow. Kind of tell us what you thought about his fight.
Yeah, Brandow, I think he gassed. That's what I think happened to him. He looked like a killer in the first round, and then he didn't. You know, it's tough. You get, you know, I don't know. I know he trains hard. I know that kid. That kid is an animal, man. That kid trains hard. He wants it bad, everything else, but sometimes, you know, shit happens, and he gassed out today.
Talk a little bit about Darren Elkins' performance. I mean, he's been an underdog basically every fight that he's been here. Now he's 3-0 at featherweight. He's kind of got that grinded out mentality that you talked about earlier with Fitch and some of these type of guys. What do you do with somebody like him now? He's 3-0 at 145. And
Yeah.
Real fast to another big name like
Yeah, yeah, he keeps winning, and he's winning impressively. You know, yeah, the kid will just keep climbing up the ladder. I really love Sass tonight. I thought Sass looked awesome tonight, man. He looks so good.
How do you market him better since, you know, and when you speak to him, Paul Sass?
Sass?
Yeah.
I told him, just when we pulled it, I said, it'll all come. You just keep fighting, keep doing your thing, keep winning. You know, don't try any gimmick bullshit. Don't try to dress like, you know, Richard Simmons or do any of that shit. Just fucking show up and fight. What happens is when a kid fights like he fights and you keep winning, that's what people come to see. People want to see him win in impressive fashion, and that's what he does.
How hard was it to get the whole Barrow deal done? Was that easier than it sounded, or did you just make it sound like it was hard?
No, it was very easy. It was easy to do. The problem was I wanted to do something else with him on the show, like have him more integrated in the show, but he couldn't break camp. He's training down there with Aldo. Yeah, thank you.
Hey Dana, talk a little bit about Nate Diaz and how he seemed to emerge from this pack of all these contenders to where he's at now.
Yeah, Nate Diaz has turned it on and looked really good lately, and you know, he really looked good on Fox in the main event. I think he came off like a big star.
This video is brought to you by Boss Rutan's O2 Trainer and Fight Me, a fearless expression. What are you willing to fight for?
Godspeed and party on.